So I will be demonstrating the operation of the ESP32 microcontroller running as a web server, receiving requests from remote clients. Here we have remote client on the PC, remote client on a cell phone, wireless cell phone. And the request then will be commands issued to control the output devices connected to the web server. Output devices here are the 4 LEDs, red, green, blue, and yellow. Just on-off state, no in between. And then we have a servo motor, range of motion from 0 to 170 degrees. Here we have an Arduino integrated development environment serial monitor. So any sort of output information from here will be written here. Also, this ESP32 is powered by the USB cable, but there is not actually communication through the wire between this and the web form. That's done wirelessly. So even though it's wired to the laptop, it's wired for power, wired for serial monitor, not wired for communication through the web form. Web form is an HTML web form generated by the ESP32. The ESP32 generates this web page requested by the browser. The web page has 4 push buttons, indicates the current state here, which is off, and then the action clicking here would turn it on. There are 4 of them: red, green, blue, and yellow. And we have a slider here. Sliding the slider to the left will turn the servo motor clockwise, and to the right will turn it counterclockwise. Once again, range of motion of the servo is 0 to 170. This is a spare ESP32 that's not performing any action here. And once again, that's a serial monitor. So we'll see as we do interact with this user interface. The web browser will send a HTTP request wirelessly through the ESP32 web server, and then ESP web server will translate those commands into outputs here, either the LEDs or the servo. So we'll start the demonstration here. We'll start pushing the buttons here. We'll click the red button. You see the red button LED come on. We have some this is the actual request data that was sent from the web browser, received by the ESP32 web server, and it's displaying that request. Also displaying the action. GPIO 27 was turned on, and then the client disconnected. I have to set up with a 2-second client disconnect, so we're not tying up the web server. So now we'll just go through all the other buttons. We click the green LED button. Green LED illuminates. We get some more request data there and actions performed. And then you see this updates too. Now we'll do the yellow. And finally the blue LED. And then we're going to demonstrate the slider. So as we move this slider here, as I said, to the left, it will rotate clockwise, and to the right, counterclockwise. And it won't actually move till we let go. So any intermediate position, it's not going to register until we actually let go of the slider. We could do it otherwise, but we're not quite ready for that kind of interactivity yet. So I'm going to start by moving to the far left. So the servo go fully clockwise. Now we're going to go to the opposite extreme, fully counterclockwise, and then we can bring it back down close to the middle, and then any position in between, actually any integer position between 0 and 170. So now we are going to turn off all the LEDs. So we'll start with the red, the green, the blue, and finally the yellow. So that's demonstrated on the web client on the PC laptop. We'll close that, and this will probably get you a better feel of the wireless interactivity. So now instead of the PC browser, we're going to be performing our operations here on the cell phone, which is a wireless cell phone. So these are the wired cell phones. Okay. So we'll start out by performing the same actions. We'll turn on the red light. There's a little delay there. Red light comes on. Push the green light button. Green light comes on. Blue light. Now this cell phone is connected to the same local Wi-Fi network. In theory, this could work across the web. Anywhere in the planet, I guess outside the planet through the internet, but this is currently set up just for the local Wi-Fi network. And we'll do the yellow light. And now we will try the slider. So again, the slider here will move that servo motor. This is kind of tricky here. We've gone to the far clockwise, now we'll go all the way counterclockwise. You see that I'm able to move that servo motor various positions. And now we're just going to turn off all the lights, any random order. We'll do blue, blue light off, red light off, green light off, and finally yellow light off. And that completes our demonstration of both PC and cell phone interactivity wirelessly with the ESP32, sending HTTP GET requests. In this case, they're GET requests, not POST requests. Could be POST, but GET was just a little easier to implement here on the get-go. And then ESP32 takes those requests and outputs either to the LEDs or the servo in this case. Now we could have had some sensors here, and we could have been feeding data the other way to the devices here, but we'll leave that for future labs. Well, in a way, we are providing the state of the servo and the LED positions. All right, well, that concludes the demonstration. Thank you.